Hey everybody, you're watching Cole the Corn Star. If you're even slightly interested in farming or just want to watch a 22-year-old farmer get some stuff done, you're in the right place. And as always, don't forget to like the video. If you like the video, it helps us out tremendously on the YouTube algorithm. Thanks, guys. Okay everybody, we had a long night last night. It was a little after 3:30 in the morning before I finally got to bed. We're back out here in the field again this morning. I got my little cousin Akron riding with me. We got everything ready. We're gonna head out to another farm. We got 2 bean fields left and one is behind a cornfield, so we're gonna have to go home, put the corn head on, drive the corn head over there, make one pass across the field, make an area for semis to get into, take the corn head off, put the bean head on, combine the beans in the back, and then we have another field down the road that's just all beans. So we should get done with the beans today if everything goes well, and then we'll be switching over to corn. You got any words? All right, let's get rolling down the road. Okay, we're finally going. We got the corn head hooked up, got the bean head hooked up, had to fill the dually with gas, had to fill the combine with diesel, had to grease the combine. Now we got about a 15-minute drive over to this next farm. Well, something doesn't look right. What happened here with the end snoot, there's a bolt that goes right in there and somehow that must have fallen out, so this came off, and then there's just this bolt on the outside holding it on, so it just bent it out. These bolts are metric, so I don't have any metric bolts at home, so I'm gonna have to run to town and get one quick. I took one off of this row, so let's go grab this and we might get in the field today. Everything has been fighting us this morning. Everything. One of those days, it just seems like we've had one of those days every day for the past week. I'm not even exaggerating when I'm saying we've had more breakdowns in the past 3 days than we've had in the past 4 years combined.
Hey there everybody, you got Daddy Cornstar. It's lunchtime. Me and my buddy over here, we're having pizza today. We know good stuff, don't we, bud?
Yeah.
That's right.
We need to make a path over to there. I think Dad might have forgot to get us lunch because it's 4:30 and we still haven't eaten yet. Oh look, pizza! And just like that, we're done with beans. Oh, we got some pretty cool news. We got rock! Also, I lost my voice. I had a bunch of runaround meetings and stuff today, so I really wasn't on the farm at all. I know Dad was working down in the shop on the combine. We had a couple projects we needed to tear into on that. I just took a small nap because, well, I was a little bit tired. So now that that nap's over, I'm gonna get this semi started here. I'm gonna bring that down to the main heated shop. Someone's in the big machine shed right now starting a semi as well. I guess they're wanting to get started on some corn. Presley, who's been helping us with beans, is also able to help us with corn for a little while since their dryer's broken. So we're gonna utilize the 12-row head and see if we can get some corn picked while our combine's being fixed. It's weird seeing a green machine down there. Oh yeah, Well, if I seem to talk like this, you can kind of hear me a little bit better, so we might be talking like this until the end of this little escapade right here. Hopefully it's relatively soon, because I don't think I sound very good like this. Or I could just whisper, because whispering seems to work. But you can't hear me over loud stuff, like the grain cart behind me. Doesn't that new V700 grain cart from Firth look really good? If you're looking to buy a new grain cart, you should check them out.
Hi, bud.
Hey, Cole.
What's new?
What happened to your voice?
I don't know. Get everything fixed?
We think so. There's a couple things we had to skip on, just for time. The corn head.
Well, the corn head, the piece that we can see, it's in a gear. It's got just a little bit of shake, not much, but we got a bent shaft, but it ain't gonna bother right now, so we're just gonna run it. It's kind of probably a half a day job tearing it apart. It's just a lot of time, so right now she's running. We gotta keep going. We gotta head down the road quick. Ronnie's got a load of rock sitting in our driveway at the other farm, and he's sitting there, so I gotta show him where to put that.
Hey everybody, you're watching Cole the Corn Star. If you're even slightly interested in farming, or just want to watch a 22-year-old farmer and get some stuff done, you're in the right place. Sorry guys, I lost my voice. I don't know, maybe that's a good thing, so you don't have to hear me so much. I'll try to talk a little lower so I don't cut out as bad. But anyway, I won't be talking as much this video. I'm gonna try to let my voice recover a little bit. So you're just gonna see a lot of moving equipment. You'll hear from Dad more, you'll hear from Cooper, you'll hear from everybody else, but I'm gonna stay on the quiet side. Right now we're running around trying to get the logistics of what we're gonna combine today. We're gonna be running 2 machines. It's getting kind of late in the year, so we're just wanting to get it out. If we have ears start falling down on the ground, we're gonna be losing some yield, and that ends up cutting our overall paycheck. So that's why we're running 2 machines. Anyway, we gotta go run over and show Ronnie where to put a load of rock real quick, and then we'll get to the field.
Morning, Ron.
Morning.
We'll go up there just a little ways, and I'll show you. Maybe we can start on that side and just run her up through them, and then that way they'll get by with their car. And
You want to put some in this hole here?
no, we can run it down the skid loader, because once you open it, you can't shut it, can you?
Well, sometimes.
Yeah, let's not chance it. Let's not chance it. And there's a big area there that, so
So go down there.
yeah, I'll follow you, lead you there. And
Hey Callie. Oh, no, down. Good girl, good girl. You got anything to say?
Not much. At least it ain't raining or snowing.
I lost my voice.
You talk too much?
I guess.
All right, guys.
I think we got everything finally ready to go. We had to check some gearbox oil on the corn head. We had to get the corn head hooked up with the stock stoppers on. Have another meeting to figure out what we're gonna do. And now we should be ready to go. I got maybe 10 acres left up here on these terraces that I need to get out quick. Then once we get these terraces done, the field around the main shop here will be completed. And then we're gonna hop south about a quarter of a mile and do another field. Trying to go in fields right now where we can have the carts pretty close to the combine. Since a 12-row corn head can swallow corn like nobody's business, and our 2388 being a superior machine that it is, we get a lot of corn out in an hour. So the limiting factor is usually the carts. You're always waiting on a cart. So if they're all close together, then we'll be okay. We've gone my entire life without ever getting any help with planting or harvest. But the past 2 years, we've had people come out. I'm really not a big fan of having people help us with harvest, just because it feels like bothersome, and I just don't like asking for help on stuff I know we can do. But we are getting late in the year. We're about a month behind. We figure if we have 50-acre average days, it's still going to take us about 3 more weeks to get done, at least. So you toss another breakdown or 2 in there, and some rain days. Now we could be looking at another 6 weeks to harvest yet. That puts us in the middle of December. So whether I like it or not, we're getting some help. For some reason, when Dad named the fields on the monitor here, he didn't name them the actual name of the field, so like all of them have basically the same name, so it's kind of a guessing game on figuring out which field's what. I found it. He has this called Daddy Cornstar South Farm. That's not what this farm's called. We're doing unload on the stops right now since these rows are kind of curved through here on the terraces, and Chuck isn't the most experienced grain car driver. I just don't want to put him into a trap where something bad happens and then he'd feel bad about it. So we just have a couple acres up here and we're going to do unload on the stop. On the straight stuff, we do unload on the go though, because you get so much more done when you don't have to stop. Pete, our guy who sets up our monitor here for all the calibrations, Pete Youngblood, he's absolutely swamped right now, so he hasn't been able to get out lately to be able to calibrate this. I told him it's not a high priority thing. If he's got other guys who can't get running and stuff, I want to get them running first before us, because we can run, we're just not seeing our correct yields. So our yield monitor isn't calibrated in yet, but in the other combine it is. And down along the creek here on the long rows, there was times where it was consistently pumping in over 300 bushels an acre. That's crazy. Some good yielding corn. So I'd say this field's doing very well. Just like that, we got our first cornfield done for the year. Now let's head to the next one. We were picking in this field here, but we're gonna jump across the creek to that one.
Well, well, you ever see a cab get a bunch of corn on it? You're looking at one now. Yeehaw! That's what you call a load of corn.
I would say
Yeah, that worked good.
it's pretty full. The camera does not do that justice. Radio, stop! The camera does not do that justice. Looks like it's lunchtime. Any guesses what we're having? That's right, pizza. Again. For like the fifth day in a row. Every so often my GoPro battery dies, so I gotta whip out a new one and change it quick. Luckily I'm full, and Chuck is just now dumping on the semi, so that way I have time to do this. In beans it worked okay, because I could kick it on auto steer. But we don't have feelers on our corn heads, so we don't have auto steer, so we can't get the official auto steer on our corn head yet. Next year, hopefully. Just depends how much money we make. If we can afford it, we will.
Called on. That's pretty cool. Good job, boys. Good job. We got Presley and Cooper in that vehicle. We got Dalton over here on unloading on me. Pretty cool that Brent V700 cart, how much taller the auger is than the Brent 674. Pretty slick. The corn that we're running in right now is testing about 24%. It's very nice looking corn. Sounds like it's yielding very well. Just isn't drying down yet. We need sun. Well, I'm just sitting here waiting for a load to fill me up. Might as well talk to you gentlemen and ladies. Cole has a hoarse throat, so he can't talk very good. Yes. Oh, but so you guys got to listen to me. We got to say something. I don't know what, but we always think of something to say. Even if it doesn't make sense, even if we don't know what we're talking about, we're always talking. I was just talking to a friend a little bit ago. Everybody's talking on the radio. Why is it when you're trying to talk, everybody else is talking? I was just talking to a good friend, and he said he's got about 20 acres left of beans, and beans this year have been just pain in the butt. But he said about 20 acres left, everything's been going good. Boom! Blows out a hydraulic hose on the bean head. So now they got to figure out how to tear that down. The end of the day's coming, so the sun's going to drop quick. The old dew's going to set on. So I'm wishing them luck. Hopefully they can get back out there. I told my boys when we got down to the last 5 acres of beans, if something broke and we couldn't get them, just put the bean head down, plow through the beans so they look like we got them done. Then we could tell people we were done.
We've been pumping out a lot of loads today. Running a 12-row corn head and an 8-row corn head and 270 bushel corn. You get a lot done. These roads are also 3/4 of a mile long. So you don't have to turn around a lot. And we got 2 grain carts going, 3 semis, and we're about 4 miles from the co-op. We're keeping them moving fast. Since we're full and waiting, I'm gonna get out behind the combine here and look at the ground and see if we're missing any corn. You're gonna get some corn like this that gets shot out the back, whether the fan blows it out or if you get some header loss. But we're trying to keep this to a minimum what's behind the combine. If I have a bunch back here, it's probably getting spit out the back of the combine, and I either need to open my sieves a little more, or if we have a really light corn, I just need to turn down my fan speed. It just all depends how much trash I'm getting in the tank as well. There's a lot of different adjustments you can do, so it's a playing with the combination of several different things usually. So far, what I'm looking at, this looks pretty good. By the way, you guys see how this is straight up confetti? Those Calmer choppers are doing phenomenal. Just look at that. That looks great. This is what a head that doesn't have Calmer choppers turns it into. This is a normal John Deere 12-row head. See how these are big chunks? And then we head over here back to the Calmer BT choppers. It's just fine. That's the biggest chunk you're gonna find. If you're on the fence at all about buying new snapping rollers for your corn head, and you're thinking about going OEM or Calmer chopper, I would really recommend the Calmer choppers. I've been so impressed with them, and if you see all their demo stuff they do at the Farm Progress Show, or the stuff they have on their website, or the stuff they have in their little magazine that they send out, it really is everything they say it is. I was honestly really skeptical about it when they first showed us, because you see the OEM versus the Calmer chopper, and the Calmers just blew it out of the water, and I was like, no way. It just seems too good to be true, but they've been exceeding my expectations of what I thought they would be, so I would really recommend them. With my monitor action here, this is an in-command 1200 display from Ag Leader. So what this does is map as I go across the field. So this is different colors, and each color represents a different thing. You can set it up to show right here, so each color means these things. So it looks pretty cool, and it shows areas that yield really well, and then like right here was on top of a hill, so that got pretty dry and it didn't yield as well. But down here was at the bottom right next to a creek, and it got a lot of nice moisture, and that yielded phenomenally. I can also change it to not have the satellite image if I just want to see my round as I went. Then I can also run a dual screen if I want to. I'm still learning all this, so I don't know how to navigate it super well, but I know how to work it, and I'm learning more every time I use it. Pretty cool stuff. Oh yeah, that's Cooper. He must be on here on his phone. He has the Agfinity app, so he can see our live action stuff as we're going in the field, so everything I can see on this screen, he can see as well. Going on here? I'm gonna reverse the head. Let's try this again.
Okay, Cole can't talk because his throat's like, ah, so I'm doing the talking today. We ran 2 combines, we had 3 semis running full time and 2 grain carts. We did approximately 27 to 28,000 bushels of corn today, which we didn't really get started till late morning, early afternoon, so we did a fantastic day. We're gonna try it again tomorrow.
Let's make a quick correction. We hauled in 27 to 28,000 bushels, but then we got the semis and the grain carts full again, so we picked around 31,000. It was a good day. What?
You gotta have a mullet to be in there.